Hello, this is Janine, your celestial messenger, here to give you a reading to the soul tribe. For some reason, the messy truth oracle cards were coming out towards me, so I'm going to pull 4 cards from there. We're going to do straight tarot, the guided tarot deck, and then I'm going to get you 1 card of secret language of light. It's been on and off again with PG&E, our electric company, but we'll see what we can do here. Well, I'm happy to be here to give you this reading. I was called to do this reading. I'm not really sure why I was called to do the reading, but we're going to find out why. Let's see. Remember, she could be a he could be a she. It's just the energy we're reading. Some all may resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you at this time, these are timeless readings, and you can come back and check out any of the videos that I have posted, and they may resonate with you. And if you do like this reading, please like and subscribe to the channel, okay? That being said, let's clear the energy first off. And let's get into this reading that I was called to do. This is Palo Santos. It cleanses the energy. For a spiritual bath, you usually take a sea salt bath, add some essential oils, and once a month I sage my house. And every time I get out of the bathtub, I also sage. And that's kind of a tradition that I have that's been brought down to me from my Native heritage background. So here's some Palo Santos for you. Okay, hopefully we got that negative energy out of here. All right. I am now going to say a prayer and then get into this bad ramma jamma, okay, this badass reading, okay. Let's see. Divine, Holy Spirit, we ask that you continue to guide us and protect us. We ask that you give us insight and guidance on our current situations. We ask that you lift the veil of falseness and reveal that which is hidden from us. And we thank you for your blessings, your wisdoms, your power, your work in our lives. I do want to say that I'm very, very happy, and every day I thank the Divine for bringing me to a place of happiness and joy and fulfillment. And where I live is very magical. I live on the Pacific Coast, and there's just flowers, you know, that I'm so grateful for, all the beautiful colors, the wonderful people that I'm around. But I also want to give gratitude to the Divine for giving me a beautiful family, my friends, my beautiful kitties, my doggy, Buckaroo, everything, all the blessings He gives here upon the earth, in the sky, sun, moon, and stars, universe, galaxies. I am truly, truly grateful for all the blessings that I do receive. And every day to me is a blessing. And that being said, the Divine, I thank you very much. I also ask at this time that all monitoring spirits go deaf and blind during this reading, and that we make it an accurate and clear reading so that I can get the message out to my soul tribe that they need to hear. And I ask this in Jesus Christ's name, amen. Okay, if you're sound sensitive at this time, I would like you guys to probably turn down the volume, because I'm going to call in Spirit, the Divine, right now, however you resonate. Oops. Okay, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay, so, not sure exactly what is going to be the let's see. What exactly is going to be the message here? Hopefully we do get a good message, a positive message, a positive reading. The Divine, Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective right now? For this soul tribe that I have, what messages are there? We're in the full moon right now. It's called the buck moon. We're moving towards more of a collective kind of energy. More caring towards humanity and thinking about what is in the best interest of humanity as the whole. We are in the age of Aquarius that also coincides with humanity. You know, humanitarian projects. So maybe you guys are also picking up on that energy. Maybe you want to donate your time, some money to charity, or you know, somebody less fortunate than you. Or maybe you want to help your fellow mankind at this time. Okay, I think that's a good shuffle. Let's see what energies we're going to pull. All right, I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to do a Celtic cross too. Okay, the first card out. You deleted me. Cut off. Digital closure. Cold exit. That's kind of funny. The reason why I say this is I went through this, and I believe my cutoff was very good and grand, okay? Something was very toxic in my energy, and I definitely feel very good about my cutoff. Your next card out. It's time to glow up. Transformation. Confidence. Inner radiance. So possibly you guys are glowing up right now. You've had to cut off somebody toxic in your life. Toxic. Let's talk about that word for a minute. Toxic could be somebody who love bombs, future fakes, manipulative, emotional, physical, maybe even financial. Let me think of some other ways. Oh, runner-chaser dynamic. You know, that's also very toxic. Of course, alcohol, drugs are toxic. And lying, cheating, and, you know, being a thief is also toxic energy. So you might have had to walk away and cut somebody off. And now you're glowing up. Your next card out. And woke up different. Shifted energy. Done tolerating. There's a silent strength that's building in you. So maybe you woke up differently and just had a different perspective on something. But we're going to get into it with the cards. Blocked AF. Ghosted. Shut out. Silence treatment. All right. Looks like either you or somebody in your energy feels like they are blocked out of your energy at this time. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Which if they exhibited any of those toxic behaviors. Also, you know, people could be sex addicted, into porno a lot. There's different ways of toxicity. Okay, so, well, you deleted somebody, you're glowing up, you woke up different, and you're blocked in AF. Okay, that's interesting energy there. Okay, but nevertheless, here we are. I think this reading is going to be called Blocked Off and Moving On. Okay, maybe you guys are transforming your energy, leveling up. Looks like you're leveling up. Let's see what's going to come out. What messages? The Divine, what message do you have for the Soul Tribe? This is July 30th, right at the end of the month. Wow, can you believe we've made it? However, I think time's going really fast right now. Maybe I'm just having too much fun, I don't know. But it just seems like time is just slipping away. I don't know if you all are feeling that way too. Let me know, comment down below if you're feeling that way too. Almost like there's not enough time in the day that you want to go do stuff and get things done. An interesting thing, just two things just popped out. When you deleted somebody or somebody deleted you, they're getting this words, probably user not found. But I find it very interesting here. On this glow up, there's a message here that says, I choose me. So, good job. You should be choosing you. Who's going to love you better than you? Nobody. All right, let's see. We're going to do Celtic Cross tonight. Again, we're going to do the immediate past. Immediate past, Temperance. This is turning water into wine, or turning a bad situation into something very good. It's tempering maybe even your emotions a little bit. You're trying to bring balance into your life. This is a Major Arcana card. It also talks about balance and turning lead into gold. Turning something, like I said, that was bad into something good. That's your recent past. Now, this is your present. This is you presently. Presently, you're in the Ten of Cups. That's the happiest card in the deck. Okay, we're going to put that over here. What is crossing you, though? Justice. That's a Major Arcana card. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Ten of Cups is an emotional card, so you're feeling very emotionally happy right now. You have stability right here, possibly a new relationship that's going to come in, and even the cat looks pretty darn happy. So it would be Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio energy, because that's what the Cups is all about. And it's emotional happiness. What's crossing you is the Justice card. Maybe you did have to bring something into balance by loving yourself. Okay. Let's see. Past issues. You didn't have strength. You felt like you were not having strength. This is also a Leo card. Major Arcana. This is Sagittarius card right here. Sagittarius. This is a Leo card in reverse, so this might have been a toxic Leo. Justice card. Here is a Virgo card. So the energies that we're talking about so far is on the table. Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo. Okay, what is the message the Divine wants to give to the collective? That by loving yourself, you will be this Queen of Pentacles. She's the most sought after queen in the entire deck. She is just one step away from being the Empress, who sits on her throne, and she calls things to her. She's full of a lot of love, a lot of grace. The Empress is. But this queen here, she has something in her hand worth of value. Okay? She also knows her value with the peacock here and the pillared. She's dressed and cloaked in green. So green goes towards material things such as money, finances, career, physical. She's very practical. She has a lot of stability. She has a lot of possessions, and she's very nurturing, very grounded energy. This would be an earth energy, a pentacle, or coin. The energy is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So we got 2 Virgos here now. Okay, let's see here. We got immediate future. We have a Knight of Wands reverse. He's not a very committed knight. He has a lot of passion, but he acts mostly out of a lustful desire, okay? Especially in reverse. Let's see. He thinks this wand here is everything, okay? Knights in the tarot deck are usually people that don't want to, like I said, commit, settle down. They want to come in and out of your life. That's toxic behavior. This is ruled by Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo energy. But this card itself is Leo. So a lot of Leo and Virgo coming out here. Okay, so your fears. What is your fears right now? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Your fears is that they're lying to you because it came out reverse. So somebody in this energy field is lying to you. Or you feel like they're lying. That's a fear. Okay, your next card out is environmental factors. That's the energies around surrounding you and whoever this person is. We got 2 Leos and we got 2 Virgos. So I'm going to say you're dealing with either a Virgo or a Leo, or Leo on a Virgo cusp, or a Leo on a Virgo cusp. Okay, the environmental factors is the Lover's reverse. With the Lover's reverse, you didn't feel loved, you didn't feel supported. Talks about partnerships, unity, and balances. The Lovers is a Gemini card. So Gemini has shown up on the table. Remember, these are all just energies, okay? Your next card out is the 2 of Cups in reverse. This is your hopes. Maybe you're not wanting at this time a relationship because you're a glow up. Maybe you're enjoying yourself. Maybe after blocking this person, or waking up feeling different. You're done tolerating this person's energy, maybe in and out behavior. Knights come in for a short time, not for a long time. Okay. So your last card out will be the outcome. Oh, I wanted to say, if you focus on yourself, you're transforming and you're having confidence in yourself right here. Inner balance. Spirit or the divine is saying you will be given a gift and you will be rewarded for choosing yourself. Okay, and like I said, this is going to be your final outcome card. High Priestess. Not using your intuition in this energy. Maybe this person wasn't using their intuition. Maybe they got you wrong. Okay, we're going to get into it though. Let's find out. Okay, I did do reversals. Temperance card is a Sagittarius card. Let's talk about that one first. It's Major Arcana card. It does look like you've left a situation that you thought that, I don't see any, all I see is possibly lies and deception. And I think this took a lot of strength to move on from this situation. Okay, so let's talk about the Sagittarius Temperance card. You're being invited to stabilize your energy right now, this time, to bring balance and unity into your life after possibly a bad breakup to where you had to choose yourself because there might have been a lot of toxicity. Okay, you need to learn to bring balance, patience, and moderation in your life, and to allow the life force to flow through you without force or resistance. You should take the middle road, avoiding extremes and maintaining a sense of calmness. Okay, like I said, you're kind of turning a bad situation. I would say you're blocking somebody off for your protection, for your inner peace, because peace means a lot to you. Your energy shifted. Maybe you transformed something and said, I'm no longer going to tolerate this. And it looks like that. You have a transformation here. There's one more card. That was the cold exit. There's one card. You're done tolerating. So maybe you're done tolerating in this situation that you were in. So now you need to bring some balance in, and that's where you go in and alchemize. And you would, like I said, turn water into wine, turn lead into gold. Instead of focusing on everything bad, you want to focus on all the blessings and good things you have in your life. You want to create a balance at this time in your life. And you're trying to do that. It looks like because the card is upright, you are doing that. All right, your next card out is what is present in your present energy. Looks like you gained happiness from just releasing either, like I said, a Virgo or a Leo. That is the happiest card of the deck. Also, tens are closures. Just to let you know, this card here is present in your present energy. Tens are renewal, completion, and maybe you had to end a cycle. Maybe you're done being on the hamster wheel, going round and round and round, doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you weren't getting anywhere. So you just woke up one day, your energy shifted, and said, I'm done tolerating this, I'm done being on a hamster wheel. I'm done being future faked. I'm done being love bombed. I'm done with your in and out behavior. I'm done with your running. Okay? So since it's the end of a cycle, it's a completion card, but you have brought yourself to happiness. It's emotional and spiritual fulfillment, harmony and alignment in your relationships. You have a happy family, domestic blends, divine love, long-term relationships you're calling in, soulmate, and a true contentment describes your life right now. Maybe you're feeling like me, that you live in paradise. I feel so relieved and so stress-free that now I'm living it every day. I feel like, actually, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel like I thank God every day. I thank the divine every day that I'm no longer living in the abyss. I am now in heaven. Okay? That's how I feel. So that's just an example. You possibly would be feeling that way too by cutting somebody off that was non-committal. Looks like you have called justice on the whole situation. This is a Virgo card. So that's why I said I think you might be this Queen of Pentacles. And you may have called judgment on this relationship. But this is a Virgo card. And Virgos are very stable. You might be working on your finances, career, material, physical, being stable. You're nurturing yourself at this time. So justice. I think you called justice. I think you had an inner nudge. Maybe you did use your intuition and thought, you know, I need to call some justice on the situation, because the energy here with this Knight of Wands is somebody who comes in and out of your life. It is like a non-ending cycle. It just goes on and on and on and on. And if you don't get out of it, you will become trapped for the rest of your life. You know, they do everything you could possibly think of to keep you. They manipulate you. They're physically, emotionally manipulative. They're closed off. They think very passionate. I mean, I'm sure you probably had a lot of passion with this person, but all in all, that's all it was. You know, I'm thinking because the Two of Cups is reversed, you didn't feel love. Okay, so well, let's talk about this Justice card, and then I'll bring it all together. You understand cause and effect, and that a fair and just outcome will follow your actions concerning this cutoff, this breakup. If you have acted in alignment with your higher self, you have nothing to worry about. If you haven't, you will be called out and made to own up to your actions. You understand the fairest decision will be made in order to find balance and equilibrium. So, by finding balance and equilibrium, like I said, you call justice. You're trying to find balance, because this is scales of justice in your life. And the Temperance card is also about finding balance. So you want to find some kind of balance. And the only way you're going to find balance is if you choose yourself. Okay? So once you choose yourself, there will be harmony restored and you will have happiness. Now, like I said, this is a Leo card, but it's reversed. It might have taken a lot to walk away from the situation. You know, you might have had to go back and forth. Do I, you know, should I? Do I have enough strength? Because there was a lot of attraction there, but it was just on the physical attraction. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all this was. It was more physical. There was not really love. So, we got Strength reverse. Know that your core strength will always be with you, and now is a good time as any to reconnect with this power. Okay? Maybe, you, like I said, you felt like you didn't have any strength to leave, to block this person. Looks like you blocked him from all social media accounts, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook. You blocked him right here again. It says you woke up differently because you're done tolerating with this in and out behavior, with this person that cannot commit, with this person that only thinks with passion. Okay? If it was upright, strengths would give you confidence. Maybe he doesn't feel, or she, the Leo, doesn't feel like they have strength right now. No, not enough confidence. Maybe they have a lot of fears, challenges, or doubts in them. So at this time, courage is needed to get through this, okay? Let's see about this Knight of Wands here. Okay, I'll talk about him. He does come in quite fast, but he has very little to offer. He's just a knight. He or she could be lacking enthusiasm and ambition to make ventures successful right now. Or you might even be feeling hasty. Or maybe this person, they're daredevil too. They're very volatile. They could snap at any time. It's advisable to be cautious with your actions relationships, or even they're very reckless people. This Knight of Wands. And he is a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Okay? So you might want to watch out for this knight coming in towards you. He's got a lot to say. He doesn't want to lose you. He wants to keep you on this hamster wheel over and over and over again. That's what I see in this card. He lacks confidence, and he fears, has a lot of fears. Due to his reckless behavior, he may have a very tainted past. Okay? Now, what is your fears? Your fears is not the truth. If it was right side up, this is the truth. But right here, this is lies, deception. Okay? The Ace of Swords is a lie and deception. It's also an air sign. Your air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's about your thoughts, being logical, intellectual, using your powers. You're able to communicate. You have a greater awareness and perception now of these lies, because it's reversed. So, like I said, this person here, future fakes you, love bombs you, does anything, says anything, likes to manipulate you, could be very narcissistic, actually. You know, they use a lot of emotional manipulation, okay? But you have had some kind of awareness about all these lies. Air signs, yes. It's swords, so the element is using your logic. It's kind of having a head over heart decisions. You know, maybe you didn't have enough strength to leave the situation at first. I don't know, because the strength card was in reverse. But these lies and deceptions that you became aware of, this manipulation you became aware of, future faking, love bombing, you know, just lies, have come to your attention, so that may have made you block this person because you woke up differently, you're done tolerating, your energy shifted, you transform, you're trying to create balance in your life, because this person may have made you feel a little bit unbalanced. So the Ace of Swords is the truth, but when it's reversed, it's lies. Or, well, lack of clarity, lack of communications in your relationship, and your can come to arguments, misinformation, and hostility. They also like to cut with words. This knight here, put you down too, so that you could get down to their level of being fearful. Okay, you might have felt like you're walking on eggshells with this person. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. Now, what made you get into this decision of blocking this person? Flat out, there was no unity, no balance, and there was no love. The Lovers is a major arcana card. The energy is Gemini. Gemini rules air, which is elements of air, thoughts, logic, awareness, communication, your perception. But basically, I don't feel like you felt like, since it's in reverse, there was any love in this situation. I personally had dealt with a Leo, and this almost sounds like my story. I'm resonating right now, okay? I didn't feel like in my last relationship I was loved at all. I felt like it was heavily manipulated, okay? There is an imbalance and disharmony in your relationship. Focus on self-love, which you did choose yourself here. This is what the card is suggesting, or it's actually telling you what you should do. You may have been reluctant to open your heart to a relationship for fear of getting hurt, or this person, possibly the Knight in reverse of Wands. At this time, become aware of what you value and you need in your relationships, okay? So once you become aware of what you need in your relationships, then your heart will open. But in any kind of relationship, you need to start off with some boundaries, what you will and will not accept, okay? So what made you go into this decision? This is environmental influences. It's the Two of Cups reverse. There was no unity, there was no balance, okay? That's what that says here. Cups is also emotions, so, you know, emotionally you're probably not feeling fulfilled in this whole situation. Sorry to give you such a bad message, but you are transforming, you are having a glow up, and the reason why is you're choosing yourself. Of course, we can't love anybody else until we love ourselves wholeheartedly. We can't fake it. You have to do a lot of inner work. When you start to love yourself, it's a little bit of a journey. You know, you have to go in and find that inner child and see how the inner child inside you was broken. And, you know, go in and make your inner child feel very loved. So, by choosing yourself, you have created unity and balance, okay, within your own being. So the Two of Cups. Cups is very emotional, too. So at this time, it looks like you're loving yourself. If you experience relationship imbalance, disharmony, resentment, or tension, there might be an uneven power dynamics, or you might be projecting your personal issues, or they might be projecting their personal issues. This is your call to focus on yourself. Love yourself and accept yourself unconditionally. So you want to go in and work with your ego and your inner child to wholly love yourself. Okay, so that is the message here. The Divine wants you to know that you need to go in and love yourself. Even though there was no love from this person, you have to ask yourself, what did I learn? What I learned was to love myself first. I am valuable. So I went in and I did a lot of healing energy. I worked with my dark side and my light side for a while, and I still am. So you want to love yourself, and that's what the message here is from the Divine. This is your hopes too. This is your desires. Okay. The High Priestess reverse was not listening to your intuition. Also, you might be being very quiet right now, though. Not necessarily, maybe you did listen to your intuition to get you out of this trap, because it's a trap. It's a never-ending cycle. Maybe you're being very quiet right now. Maybe you're working on yourself. That's a Pisces energy, the High Priestess. Usually talks about anything hidden will be brought to your attention. And it's about being quiet. The High Priestess. She usually uses her intuition. I know that much. But being reversed, maybe you were not listening to your intuition for a little bit. Maybe you were getting those nudges that it's time to go, but you stayed a little longer than you expected you should. It talks about things that are mysterious, things that are hidden. You may be disconnected from your intuition, you have secrets, or you're withdrawn in silence, or you have blocked You blocked off your ability to use your intuition, or maybe this person was trying to block off your ability to use your intuition. That's part of the emotional manipulation. But I feel like right now you're just being more quiet. You know, you're not really being quiet about where you're at. Possibly because you blocked this person off and you don't want them to know too much of your business. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in those cards. So that is your reading so far. And I'm going to tie this together. Okay. You apparently woke up one morning and you glowed up. You had a transformation. You became confident and you started having inner radiance. You started loving yourself. You started choosing yourself. Because you woke up different. The energy shifted. There's shifted energy. You're done tolerating with a crazy cycle. There became silent strength. So because this card says that you had silent strength, I believe we're talking about the person that was in your energy field. Okay? So you woke up differently. You started loving yourself. When you did that, you cut somebody off. You even made sure that they can't get a hold of you through any means of digital ability, with your cell phone, your telephone, any platforms you're on. Okay? You deleted them, which is all right to do. You also blocked an AF. You ghosted, shut out, and you just went quiet. And that shows it right here. You went quiet. You know, you're not really talking too much. And the reason why this is all happening, I'm gonna tell you why. You had to choose yourself because there was no love in this situation. You could clearly see there was no love, no partnership. Nobody wanted to work with in this relationship with you. They were going against you. This person's only about passion and getting their own needs met because he's in reverse. And that's who you were dealing with. This had to make you choose yourself and go quiet and block them because you want a balance in your life. You called justice for peace, for your own well-being, for peace. Because you've done this, well, because I believe they were cut off and they had no strength. They were very fearful of commitment. You know, just wanted to give you lies, because the lies are right here. All the lies are right here in the Ace of Wands. But because of all of this situation, you felt no love, no unity, no balance. You created your own balance by going and loving yourself. And the final outcome, where you're at right now, is the Ten of Cups. You're being emotionally fulfilled by loving yourself. Okay? I chose me. So now you're in the Ten of Cups. You chose you. And the Divine is going to bless you with value. Because you value yourself now. Now you're showing the world that you value yourself. And the Divine's very proud and happy that you love yourself. Because that's what he wants us all to do, is love ourselves. Okay? So you got emotional stability here. You have physical stability here. Material stability. You might be connecting a lot with nature right now. And your finances may be going up. Because this is a queen of value. Okay? She values herself now. By choosing yourself, you're letting the universe know that you value yourself. Okay? So I'll bring that, that's how I brought that all together there. And that's the messy truth. Okay? Maybe that's what I'll name this, the messy truth. And so that's what I see. And I hope by my examples, you kind of get the gist of some of the energy that you might be working with. Once you get to that point of loving yourself and choosing yourself, then you're able to call in somebody more committed to you, somebody more at your level, somebody that has your values too. Okay, so I was going to get you one card from the Secret Language of Light. As a closing message for this reading. Remember, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If it doesn't resonate with you right now, it might resonate with you at a later time. Check back. If you do like this video and you like my energy, please become a member. You know, what the heck are you doing watching this and not hitting that subscribe button? Subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we're going to do 3 shuffles. And these are more like advice cards. It's transmission from you, your higher self, okay? This is what your higher self wants you to know right now. Divine, what do you want my soul tribe's higher self to know right now? Okay. You have awakened. You have arrived. You now have balance in your life and unity. A partnership will come to you. It will be kind of unexpectedly, but it looks like you have awakening. Number 2 means unity and partnerships and love. So, let's read this together. And I'll show you the card up close. You are about to experience an aha moment. This will come as a feeling of deep truth that seemed to have slipped your mind. You have often thought there must be another way to experience and live this life, and you are about to discover it. You are opening your heart and mind to the full, authentic you. Time-honored ways that have worked in the past are no longer bringing the results you desire and may have become obstacles to your dreams. Beliefs become intermingled with everyday processes and who we are and who we think that we are. No wonder it can seem hard to let them go. When you rouse from the slumber of conformity, you awaken into the same old world. But through the eyes of soul's love, you could see beyond fear to the creative possibilities that are everywhere. Relax and enjoy this time. It is your natural evolution. Okay? I think there's a little bit more. For journal work, for 7 consecutive days, write or draw one new thing you learned about yourself that day. For reflections and actions, nourish your mind and body with the wisdom of your soul by taking deep breaths as often as you like. Close your eyes and smile for a few moments every hour as you enjoy connecting with your soul. Recognize that the same life force flowing through you flows through all of your life. So, it looks like you guys are on a transformation. You're awakening. You're going in and doing a transformation is healing those parts about you, you know, those ugly parts about you that you kept hidden and, you know, buried deep inside you. It's working with that energy, taking a look at some parts of yourself that you don't really like, and becoming aware and trying to change them. It's also working with your inner child to let your inner child know if there's been any trauma or anything your inner child wants you to know. If you go in and talk with your inner child, they'll let you know how they're feeling. If they're feeling frightened, you could always talk to them and tell them everything will be okay. If they don't feel loved, you could tell them you are loved. I go in periodically and I play with my inner child. She's so funny. I always see myself when I'm 4 years old. Before I became aware of the environment around me. But I always see, when I first went in and started working with my inner child, she was very scared, very fearful, kind of standoffish. And I called her to me and I told her, "You're loved." And I gave her a great big hug. And I said, "I'm so happy to see you." And just her whole face just shined and lit up. I mean, it was just totally amazing. I told her that, I loved her no matter what. And I said, "Is there anything you want to do?" And she told me, "Yes, I want to play hide and seek." So we played hide and seek. It was pretty fun. So what that told me is I probably need to go out and play a little bit more. So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm playing on my journey, I'm treating my inner child to that childhood that, I didn't have a lot of happiness in, but it's neither here or there. That, that's done and over with. At least I'm healing my inner child and I'm on my transformation. So I'm right with you guys. I want you to know that I too am transforming, and I'm trying to awaken and just know that there's something better for me, because I now value myself and I love myself. I might feel a little closed off to other people, but that's only because I'm trying to protect my peace at all costs. Right now in this energy that I'm in, I'm trying to protect my peace. And that being said, now that you know a little bit more about me, more than I wanted to really say, but I hope this helps somebody else along their journey and how they could go in and, work with the shadow side. That's working with your shadow side. When you go in and you try to heal those traumas that you had, and why you keep accepting the same thing over and over again. And once you get to that point, when you know why, probably by some kind of hurt, trauma, or something that you haven't healed from, you could go in and heal that, and then you're a more awakened person, and you feel more whole and complete. And you become a little bit more appreciative of the world around you, and of course of the divine, because he is the one and only. He is I am. That being said, I am is within you. That spark of God is within you. I am that spark. I am a spark of God. I am a spark of the divine. So I just want you guys to know that. And congratulations on your healing work. And congratulations on blocking somebody that you woke up one day and you just had a change of heart. You came out of being in the darkness, and now you're moving towards the light. So congratulations, and I'm very proud of you all. So that being said, I guess this is time for goodbye, and I'll see you next time.